Ladies and gentlemen, we stand at the end of an era of a new period of history. We can look into our long past and look forward to the future that is taking shape before us. Asia, after a long period of order, has suddenly become important again in the world affairs. If you look at the history, this continent of Asia, with which Europe has been so intimately connected in cultural fellowship, has played an important part in the evolution of humanity. As you all know that streams of our culture flowed in all directions from this dynamic Asia. However, now it gradually became static and unchanging. Other continents came to the fore with their dynamism and took possession of great parts of the world. Our mighty continent became just a field for the rival imperialisms of Europe, and Europe became the center of history and progress in human affairs. A change is coming over, and Asia is again finding its importance in the world affairs. We are meeting here at this great moment, and it is the privilege of the people of India to welcome their fellow Asians from other countries to talk with them about the present and the future and lay the foundation stone for mutual progress, well being, and friendship. The idea of having an Asian conference is not new one, and many people have thought of it earlier. It is indeed surprising that it should have been held many years ago. However, the time was not ripe for it, and any attempt to do so would have been superficial and not in tune with world affairs. It so happened that we in India convened this conference, but the idea of such a conference arose simultaneously in many countries of Asia. There was an urge for us to meet together, to hold together, and to advance together. It was not only a desire but a compulsion of events that forced all of us to think along these lines. We have received a magnificent response from all over the world for today's conference. On this occasion, I welcome the representatives from China, and I would like to say that China is a great country to which Asia owes so much, and all of us are looking at China for their great culture, which influenced India to a great extent. Asia is very well represented at this conference. And if one or two countries have been unable to send representatives, this was not due to lack of desire on their part, but it is due to circumstances beyond their control that came in the way. We also welcome observers from Australia because we have many problems in common and we have to cooperate together to find solutions. As we meet here today, the long past of Asia rises up before us. The troubles of recent years fade away. But I shall not speak to you of these past ages with their glories and failures, which have oppressed us so much and which still follow us in some measures. I do not wish to speak to you about the past. We are meeting here not to discuss our past history, but to build links for the future. I would like to make it clear that this conference is not against any other continent. Ever since news of this conference went abroad, some people in Europe have viewed it with doubt that this was a kind of movement directed against Europe. We have no designs against anybody. Ours is the great design of promoting peace and progress all over the world. We propose to stand on our own feet and to cooperate with all others who are prepared to cooperate with us. We do not intend to play with the future of others. In this world crisis, Asia will necessarily play an important part. The countries of Asia can no longer be used as weapon by others as every one of us have our own policies in world affairs. In this atomic age, Asia will have to function effectively in the maintenance of peace. Indeed, there can be no peace unless Asia plays her part. As you are aware that today there is conflict among many countries and majority of them are experiencing troubles. On the other hand, the whole spirit and outlook of Asia is peaceful, and the emergence of Asia in world affairs will have powerful influence for world peace. With these few words, I conclude.